Hi all, welcome back to Fields of Fire 3, I guess I should announce it as. Obviously still in play testing stages, prototypes, stuff. This is mission 1, Goose Green, of the Goose Green campaign, mission 1, and this is my part 3. Okay. Right, a couple of mistakes made at the end of part 2. Well, not at the end of part 2. Also noticed another one while I was watching back. So a few things to just catch up on here. Yeah. So initially, I put comments in the header of the video of this when I've noticed that. I decided that this section at the time. It's not a section just now, but we're going to fix that as well because there was mistakes made there as well. That it could make 2 concentrated fire attack attempts in the same impulse. Well, you can't do that. It could have done it in a different impulse, in general initiative impulse, but it was both in the platoon HQ impulse. And first platoon was communicating with it and giving orders. It gave it 2 orders to fire a concentrated fire. And it was only one section. So I could not have done that. So there would only been, at the time, there would only been 1 concentrated fire on that Argentinian squad there. Okay, but that then combines with when we get to the combat phase, and it shows us having 3 concentrated fires on it, so one of them shouldn't be there. The other concentrated fire attempt was indeed done in the general initiative, so that one was fine, so there should have been 2 on it. However, the other thing that we missed, and I just realised that while recording at the last, just as I was finishing part 2, that I forgot about the mist. Although we're firing with night vision, infrared stuff, and the moon doesn't count, the mist still counts for both these cards when attacking. So there should have been a +1 added to everything. So working everything out, there should have been a -1 went away and a +1 added. So, and then on this card there should have been a +1 added. And like the -1 going away should have been the concentrated fire that shouldn't have been there. So I watched back on everything, and at first my initial thoughts were, well, this definitely came to be a pinned result for the section. So I'm going to fix that right now. Okay, so that should have been the result of the combat against the section, which was excellent for us. It was just a pinned result. Because of that extra +1, the card I drew would have been a pinned result. Now, what I then carried on to do was look at the cards drawn for the other combats. However, and I don't want to start doing this, if I happen to make mistakes in the future, I don't want to start doing this all the time, but because it was all in the one sort of bit, I ended up drawing another card. Well, hang on here. No, I'm not going to mess about looking through the cards, but what I ended up doing, because this was a hit result in my eyes at the time, I drew another card to check for the actual result of the hit. Now, at first I was just going to let that go and say, right, there's a card drawn out of place, and then let's just look at the card that we drew for that. But I feel like, well, it also means that the Argentinians ended up with a worse result if I'd done it that way. And to be honest, I should have drawn 1 card for that, it was a pinned result. Should have drawn the next card for that, which would have ended up in a pinned result as well. And then the third card that I drew would have ended up in a pinned result for this Argentinian squad. So it would have not took a hit. It would have ended up pinned and kept on its 3-step side under its foxholes. So I'm going to do that, but I was swithering about going back and doing that or not, because I think if you do make an error with drawing a card here, you should just maybe let it go and leave it. The results would have been, if I'd done it that way, this would have been pinned, this would have been a miss result, so it wouldn't have had a pin marker, and that would have still been a hit result. But I just felt, because it was all in that sort of one bit, that it felt kind of wrong to do it that way. So yeah. But I think if I move on, I'm not going to go back and say, right, okay, that card should have been drawn for that card should have been drawn for that. You know, if I happen to make an error, then... But just because it was all done at the same time, I felt like it was right to do that. So that ended up being the results. So that's that fixed. However, yeah, well, that is all pinned fire back. Well, hang on. We're actually still firing back at him now. Because this has not been hit and it's still a full section. But again, the fire is going to be the same. It's going to be all pinned back on him. So I think that should have been the final result of the combat. Actually, one other thing to add to that. Well, I've got notes here. So, well, let me jump forward to that. So I've got this noted at the 49-minute mark. That when this broke down, I decided that, okay, that's not firing in there anymore, so he's just firing at us. We can't reach him because we've not got the night vision anymore. We had broke down to fire team, in fact, which has only got close range, so I can only fire into that card with that. Well, I actually think, and this is something that catches me out a bit, this sort of stuff. Funny enough, there was a question asked. Martin had asked a question on the Discord about something similar, and it got me thinking about this. So because we were able to reach up there at first firing, he's hit us, we can now only fire at close range. I think our PDF should still have been there, right? So I'm going to put this in here just to leave it with you guys and what you think. And this should have been firing into this card with small arms, because it's still firing on that PDF, but it cannot fire to that card now for two reasons. It's not got the range, and it's also not got the night vision. Well, here's another little thing. If that broke down into a fire team, do they completely lose that night vision? I mean, I know it's not got the range anyway, but let's just... Well, yeah, you can't really bring that out, Grant, because it's only going to break down to fire teams, and they're all going to be at close range, aren't they? So is it irrelevant? I guess my question still could be there and valid. Does the fire team still keep hold of the night vision? Maybe, you know. Another quick question. While we're there, when a unit has night vision, is it spotting range, the range on the actual weapon? Or can it still spot at very long range with the night vision? And the last question, and I think this one's, and I might just put these on the Discord, so don't feel like you've got to answer them. I'm just laying them out here and whatever. The last one, which is talked about the fact that the assault teams and the sections have night vision, and I was saying, well, why have they not got? Here's a counter here, which is another thing I'm going to get to as well. Why have they not got the wee yellow, like what the section has, saying that they've got the night vision? Well, these are just generic assault teams. They're not going to put that on them because, well, I suppose it would be extra counters that would be assault teams with that. So I think they still do have the night vision capability. The thing is, it's not going to matter because they're at point blank range. They can't go anywhere apart from point blank, so I don't think it really matters. Anyway, okay, so that's what I think would have happened. However, we didn't get hit and we didn't need to do that, so we are still firing with our night vision, etc. Right, and then the last point was, this was a wee bit earlier at the 43-minute mark. I noticed Andrew had made a comment saying that he wanted to know how we were getting on using the lats and whatever. Well, here's me started using my own assault teams just because these counters are kind of yucky. But I see what he's saying. They're wanting to know, and that's the whole point of this, isn't it? They're wanting to know if there's enough counters in the game to cope with things. So I will start doing that again. So sorry about that. I never really thought about that. So that's my assault team. That's my squad section. So I'll take these away. I won't use them. Yeah, so any lats that I get, what is this here? Is this an assault team as well? It is, right. I'll need to get another one for then. It's fire team. There we go. Assault team there. Right, so... And I'll stick to them. I mean, obviously, the pinned, exposed markers, all them are in the base game. Which I'm assuming... I don't know if when this is... when this gets released, is it a standalone? I don't think it will be, will it? Will you need the first or second edition to play it, maybe? But then again, it is. Well, it says it's volume 3, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll find that out, or somebody might say something about it. Right. Okay. Right. I think that's me up to date then. So yeah, I'm not happy that I'm getting a couple of mistakes already, and we were only on turn 2, but yeah, I don't know. Well, these games will catch you out, and that's the whole point. That. But I've caught that in time, I think, and but I'm sure there'll be other things that will crop up. I don't think I moved the game turn. We are on game turn 3, aren't we? Yeah, the last thing I done was a combat. The first combat that we had was the mines here. And then this guy firing on that unit. Yeah, that was turn 1. And turn 2 we've just been through. Yeah, I haven't moved that on to game turn 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, because we drew a friendly higher HQ event in the last part, and an enemy higher HQ event. That was obviously in turn 2, so we've drawn on that. Yeah, so we must be. I've just, again, forgot to move that on. Okay, so moving on. Right, let's check for a friendly higher HQ event. Yeah, our activity level shown engaged, which is right. Yeah, indeed. Okay, so friendly higher HQ event, there is not one. Okay, on to the friendly command phase. Looking over there, the company HQ has 3 commands saved. He is Wine. So he is down here, still in the staging area, but we've got this card free now to get up. And yeah, that was the other good thing about that moving, that potential contact beam getting removed, which has made that something for us. But pretty sure second platoon is going to move up to here this time. Yeah, yuck. They've got 1 command saved. So, okay, so company HQ first, Grant. That's not... So we activate him. BN HQ is not on the map. Activate him and draw a card. He is Wine. Why am I doubting that? Yeah, he's Wine. Yeah, so he's Wine, and we're at engage. So no modifications to the large number here. That's good. It's a 4, so he gets 4 more commands on top of the 3 he had. He's got 7. Yeah, there's still a slight bottleneck on this then, really, isn't there? Man. Unless we take chances. Well, I think we're maybe going to have to do something and get up into here to get this guy unpinned. And, well, that's the thing. Can we not communicate? Well, no, while he's pinned. Yeah, can we not communicate with the section? Yeah, you can, Grant, surely. Right, I'll look at that in a minute. So company HQ is going to activate. Well, he's got 7 commands. You know, he can always save 4. So I'm going to activate first, second, third platoon. First, second, third. I could stop there, or I could have a go at the. Mind you, he can always save 4, and he was going to get 1. No, I'm not going to bother with that actually. So I'm going to use 3 commands. 1, 2, 3 to activate first, second, and third platoon. And so we're not going to activate the 2 company staff. So it's just a reminder that they've not been activated, and they'll just gain the 1 in there. And so he's got 4 commands left. Yeah, I think we just save them. First platoon's got 2, and first platoon is line, isn't it? It's the other 2 that are green. Yeah, this is a worry. Well, as long as he gets 1 and we can platoon move up, I'd prefer to get a bit better than that, but. So are we just keeping the 4, or are we going to use any more of them? Because I'm just wondering here if I can use. Because obviously, well, hang on though here. If these sections are in communication with the platoon HQ, are they in communication with the company HQ? Well, that's a good question, Grant. And I don't know the answer to that, so I'm going to go and have a look, see if I can find the answer to that. Well, I'm going to just go by the wording and say no, they aren't, because this is them here, isn't it? Isn't it? Advanced handheld radios. Is that the right ones? I think it was. It was referenced as. Right. Pause just. Oh, hang on. Radios. Here we are. The British sections have advanced handheld radios. HQs and staff can communicate with any section on the same or adjacent cards. Right. Where does it tell you about the? Where does it tell you about the sec? Yeah, no, that's right. Sections, Grant. Sorry, I'm getting muddled up. The British sections have advanced handheld radios. HQs and staff can communicate with any section on the same or adjacent card. Well, it says HQs and staff there. It's just the word in there suggests when these squad radios are in use, not only are the platoon HQs in communication with the COHQ, the squads are in communication with their platoon HQ. I don't know, I don't feel comfortable about that. Although it does seem to say in the campaign special rules here, the word on HQs and staff can communicate with any section on the same or adjacent cards. Well, I tell you what, Grant, there's a reason that you've got that Discord there. And maybe I should start putting that to use if I'm like just not 100% sure about something. So maybe that's a good idea, just to ask a question. I get the feeling that reading the campaign special rule there that the COHQ would be able to do what I'm talking about, and actually communicate directly with the section. And basically what I'm trying to do, well, now you need to find out, can they communicate while he's pinned to give him an order? Yeah, I think, yeah, you just give him an action to rally. I don't know why that one's a difficult one, Grant. Attempt to remove a pin marker. The originator is any HQ or staff. Yeah, and he can do it himself in general initiative. Right, being on pause there for a bit. I was away asking that question, and obviously that Discord thing's really good because you're going to get answers pretty quick. So yeah, Colin came back and my question was about the CO staff, company HQ, company second in command, even the company sergeant major. Can they communicate with the sections with these special radios that they have? What was it? The advanced handheld radios. And yeah, it doesn't really look as clear in the rulebook there, but like I say, within the special campaign special rules it is. But I don't know, maybe it's me reading into things a bit in the rule book. Maybe it's a bit more straightforward than I thought. But anyway, yes, they can. So that's basically it. So I've got 4 commands left now. Hang on. I did not mark. We had 7 commands, 1, 2, 3, yeah, so I can only spend 1 more. Should have had my wee red cube up there, just to say that I can only spend 4 commands. I've spent 3, so I can only spend 1 more with a company HQ. And yeah, we did look up the fact that he could give a command to this unit, a rally command, to attempt to remove the pin marker. Is that right? Is there any issue with the fact he's pinned? Can I still communicate with him? See, this is kind of new to me, isn't it? Like, well, if I was on the same card as him, I'd be able to give him that order. So what's the difference? He's got the radio, he's pinned, he's huckered down, and we're still communicating with him. We're saying, right, okay, let's get you out of that pin situation. Yeah? And it's the originator as well that this command draw modifier, so it's actually the company HQ that would draw the cards. And obviously, if the card has VOF markers on it, we draw it. If it didn't have a VOF marker on it, it'd be an automatic removal of the pin marker. Yeah, I think this is okay. It feels a bit odd because I've not done this before. But like I say, if he was on the card with him, he'd be able to give him that order. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just do it and go through it, and if we get it wrong, there is a chance that I might go through this mission and get some things wrong because it's a bit different with the radios, and you never know, make a major blunder, and then I could always do this mission again. It's going to be quite a quick mission, I think. It should be. I mean, the way I deal with it, it'll be a lot longer than it needs to be, but that's what happens. I did speak to Colin and ask him about releasing the videos, so he said, yeah, it should be fine. So I wasn't sure. You can release your videos privately or unlisted, and then the unlisted part is you just give the people the link to the video. But I was still worried about that, thinking, well, can some people not still find that link to the video without, there's folk out there that can do all that. But I don't know, is things top secret enough to worry about people hacking into like things like that? I don't know. The other way of doing it is private, but it looked like it was going to be a pain because I think I'd have to get everybody's email address and put them so that they can access the video. So I figured that would be a bit cumbersome to do that. So yeah, Colin seemed fine about it, so I put it in the after action report part of the fault ones. That's what he suggested. So hopefully I've done it right. I've just done it there just now and just uploaded, just put the link to part 1, which, yeah, is more of an introduction and everything. But like I say, check the headers of the videos because it'll tell you that. And if you want to jump ahead to turn 1, which is the sort of the last third of the video, basically, I think, which moves on to that. Anyway, let's get on with this. So yeah, I think I can do this. So I'm going to spend that last command that is available, and then you'll have to save the other 3 to attempt to unpin him. Now, why am I doing this? Well, yeah, I mean, what's the importance of this? Well, I mean, it gets better fire on him, but are we going to do it in the first platoon? Are we bringing them up? I don't know. It's not. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. I think that's why those first platoon, he's only got 2 commands saved. You never know, we might get a poor draw, and what do we do? Right, okay, I've given him a command, so he's line, so it's a 2-card draw, looking for rally. I'm awful far down in the deck here. I've not missed the shuffle card, have I? No, I don't think so. It's on its way sometime soon. Right, so 2 cards looking for rally. And it's the pin section, not the... that's a no, and that's a no as well. So he can't even do an exhort on that because he spent his 4 commands for the turn. Okay, well, it was worth a try. Okay, so we've got first, second, and third platoon to activate. Yeah, let's just do first because I'm not sure what they're doing. I think we might want to move though, but I don't know. There's still a worry. This guy could lose. He could rally up as well and start firing with small arms again. And if we had this whole platoon up here, well, it can get nasty. I mean, even when you're checking at a 0, and there's no cover to move into as well. We've not found cover. Okay. So I'm going to activate first platoon. They are line. They've got 2 save commands, so it's just unmodified. And that is a reshuffle card, so draw it before we go. It's a yucky 2. So 2 that was unmodified. I will shuffle the deck first. Okay, so only 2 commands. So up to 4. Well, I suppose that's all we can spend in the turn. So what to do? Yeah, I mean, again, the platoon HQ could just sit there and communicate with that unit, try and get them unpinned. Because I mean, what else can we really throw at this? Yeah, we can't communicate with that. We can't communicate with that. Now hold on, are we in a different? Yeah, well, it's a different unit doing the. It is a different impulse, so anyway, isn't it? This is us moved on from. Where's my sequence of play? We were in the company HQ impulse. Now we're in the platoon HQ / CO staff impulse. So we can give another order for him to try and rally, which I think I'm going to do then. So I don't need a red marker on this. He can use all 4 of his commands if he wants. So he's going to use 1. And we're going to attempt to rally again. That's just with a freshly shuffled deck. So again, it's the originator. So it's 2 card draw. He's a wine. Well, in actual fact, is this not veteran? That would be better. However, that's not what it is. So yeah, if he was trying to do it himself on general initiative, he'd get a 3 card draw. Okay, so first platoon HQ given an order and 2 card draw because he's a wine looking for rally. Yeah, we get 2 of them. Right, so that's got the pin marker off that. Hopefully that's right. And what that does is upgrade our fire from all pinned to small arms. Okay, what else? I don't know. I think probably just sit there and concentrate fire on him again. I don't think I'm at a panic stage yet. I mean, I'm only on turn 3. I mean, we only need to get. Well, okay, we need to clear these potential. We've been aided by this one going away. We need to clear these away. Do we need to clear all 3 of them? I can't remember. But we need that, obviously. But that's, yeah. So I think we probably do just sit there and concentrate fire. With that squad, this is going to stay pinned, but that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I would have moved that up, but to give this a command, we'd need the platoon HQ to move up, and I don't want to risk that. Whether that's... Well, of course, the other thing is, Grant, you could move a whole section up. I could give an order for that to move up. He would be infiltrating. And we could also move another section up, which would keep the fire going, although he would... Well, he could infiltrate as well. Infiltrate's not such a common result though, so careful what you're thinking on that, Grant. Remember taking a slight note that it was Russell posted it on posted a comment. What's the infiltrate was quite low down. I'm not sure of the number. I can't remember the numbers. I didn't really want to study it carefully in that. I just know that they're not as common. Okay, well, let me think about this. Yeah, I think I'll just play it safe, rather than do that. What I said. I don't know. Yeah, because I mean, I'm not sure of the contacts that are going to come along and meet me. So it might be better sending an assault team up. I mean, I think the fact that I initially sent an assault team up, then I sent a section up later, knowing that I could communicate with it, worked out quite well, I think. Okay, we were a bit lucky with the fire. Well, it looked like we were unlucky with the fire, and then we got a reprieve, didn't we? Okay, so 3 actions left for first platoon. Yeah, well, here's the thing, Grant. Remember, you can only give him the order to concentrate fire once. So bear that in mind. I could just do that once and then just say the other 2 commands. I'm being a bit of a wimp here. Maybe. Let's see how it goes though. Okay, so I'm going to use one more command for first platoon to attempt to concentrate fire on the Argentinian squad up there in the rolling moor that's pinned. And this section is veteran, so that was the whole point of that bit, wasn't it? Let me just double check. It is first platoon, second section. It's difficult. I'm still trying to work out how to read this. Not that it's not laid out well, it's just I'm not used to it. Second section of first platoon's veteran, yeah. So 3-card draw for that. Looking for concentrate fire, so looking for crosshairs. Here we go. No. Yes. No. So we get a result, but not a critical one. Now I do need to use the counters for that. It's just the lats, I think, that we want to be using. Just so the guys get some idea of if there's enough in the actual, what I printed out. Well, in the files, Right. So 2 actions left. Yeah, I'm just wondering about smoke. It's not something I've really used, but I mean, that's not to say it's something hang on. Right, sorry, so on pause again there. I can't remember what I was thinking about there, or what I was talking, or where we were. I know I had just concentrated fire, yeah, and I've got 2 commands left for first platoon. I thought I had some, it was smoke. That's what I was going to look at. Yeah, the problem is if I put smoke, I guess what I'm thinking, because I can communicate here. But then again, on saying that, I've assigned my assets to the HQ. So if he was to drop smoke, well, he can't do that because he's on a staging area card. He would have to be in here to drop the smoke, and then that would stop him firing out of the card anyway. So, yeah, I'm not sure. It's just I never really find a great use for it, but I'm sure it's there. I mean, they used it a lot, didn't they? Like smoke to hide. So it's just I don't know. And the WP smoke has a combat effect as well as screening effect. But then these both smokes must go off on the same card, don't they? They're not. I can't fire them on adjacent cards, can I? Units a card of smoke cannot fire out the card. AC smoke and white phosphorus smoke can be used to provide concealment. Yeah, but it tells you back further, Grant. It's a non-aerial devices can only be placed on the same card as the pointing unit. Yeah, so they are non-aerial devices. Yeah, okay. Right, and yeah, I'm not going to delve into that then, I don't think. So I'm going to save these last two commands for first platoon. Right, let's move on to second then, because that's the one that's going to make a move. Hopefully. Well, as long as we get the two commands, then at least he can... Well, we're guaranteed one, aren't we? Yeah, because this is an activation in the activation segment. So he's green, not undercover. So we're going to get a -1 to the big number here. So it's 4 -1, 3. So that's good. So up to 4. Yeah, that is good because we want to move that assault team on as well. So I wanted to have 3 actions, didn't I? So we're going to platoon move, second platoon, up into the rolling moor here. And they're going to be exposed. So that's going to cost me 2 commands. And I can spend 4. So let me move these guys up. Yeah. Okay, that is so annoying how the tweezers catch. I don't know if it's the little ridges on the tweezers or if it's the fact they've got a really sticky bit to it, but it's really annoying. Anyway, there's not much I can do about it. So that's a platoon move with the whole platoon. Remember, the mortar is attached as well. There's none of these. Yeah, no, we're just moving. We're not infiltrating anyway, Grant. So they're all moving up there, exposed. And we're going to give second platoon HQ is going to use 1 more command. He's down to 1 to move this assault team. Now, can I do this? So hang on here. Because there's a couple of issues here. The fact this, I mean, it's not showing the PDF from there, but this is actually this is firing right through to there. So my understanding is that I cannot move across that PDF into here. I'm pretty sure I could find that bit in the rules, which I maybe should. The other problem though, the other problem is if I move in here, then these can't fire over the top of me. Well, hold on. That would mean that this was firing into here, wouldn't it? It would adjust its firing to here, to the unit that I moved into here. Yeah, I think because that's firing up there, I should have done something with this. Because I don't think I can cross across to there with that assault team. Well, let's find that bit first. Yeah, here's the example in the rulebook here. This is page 32. And it says, although diagonal movement is generally allowed, units, friendly or enemy, cannot move through a PDF when moving diagonally. There's also urban combat restrictions, but I'm not looking at that. So, yeah, what it's saying that the PDF from the North Korean machine gun, which is... Right, sorry, I'll need to zoom out a little bit there. This machine gun here, the PDF from North Korean machine gun blocks diagonal movement to the primary objective. So looking at this unit there, he can clearly move there, he can move there, he cannot cross that diagonal PDF. So yeah, that in fact it's not the fact that it's friendly fire. So it cannot move through a PDF when moving diagonally. Yeah, I mean, it does just say friendly or enemy there. But that's talking about the units. So they both can't do this. But I suppose what I was suggesting there, that was our fire that was stopping him moving across. Well, it doesn't. It just says a PDF moving diagonally. So I think if it was our fire. However, this guy's firing this way as well, so we cannot cross that way. But I'm pretty sure if we had only one way fire here, I couldn't cross that. I don't think so. So it kind of leaves us a bit. So hang on. I've spent another command to move this assault team, but I'm not so sure I'm doing that. So we'll move back to 2, because we had 4, didn't we? We had 4, with platoon moved up. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure if I move that into there, he starts firing on that, and we start firing on that card as well, because we cannot fire through that. And we won't automatically cease fire. I mean, we could have called a ceasefire, or we can call a ceasefire if we... But it means then this assault team up there, and we've not got any fire on that, so it kind of feels a bit... Yeah, but I feel like things are going awful slow here, but I don't think there's a mad rush though, because I mean, I have completed mission 1 and mission 2, in particular mission 2 in Normandy, and you've got, what is it? You've got 4 columns by 4 rows, isn't it? 4 by 4. And this is only 3 by 3, and you've got the same amount of turns to do it in. So, and yeah, I don't know about the enemies right enough. I've not quite seen how they're going to come about. We've got mines to start with and got quite lucky there. Yeah, I think I'm going to just leave that. We're just going to, again, take it a bit slow. So he's going to save his last 2. But the problem is that 3rd platoon's probably not going to do anything either. And he's green. Well, yeah. So he's going to draw for cards and not doing any of that, and he can only save 2 commands. He's got 2 at the moment, so it's kind of pointless, isn't it? But I mean, we're clearly not going to move on to the minefield. So the only place I can move along here, but what is the point in that? No, don't know. You can move along there, then move up to there when they. Yeah, we need to do something with that guy first. But then maybe you're all telling me we need more stuff on this card to do something to him. More concentrated fire on him. Yeah. Right, well, I'll draw a card. I need to draw a card for 3rd platoon anyway. So he's green as well. So a -1 to the big number. Well, there you go. He's only getting 1, but I get the feeling we're just going to save. He's going to lose that 1 again. I think when we move on to turn 4, we've definitely got to do something. And if we can get some general initiative here, it will allow me to, well, hopefully try and unpin one of the guys. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to save that. So you can only save 2. Right, and then the company's second in command is going to gain 1. Well, actually, he could move up. Still going to be in communication. Well, yeah, I forget. We don't even need to be in line of sight, do we? Because he's got a radio well. Yeah, so I think we will use 1 and just move him up with 2nd platoon. Now he's going to be exposed as well. I'll use a separate marker for him, since I mean that whole platoon is exposed. So is he. The assault team is not, so it's kind of separate. And then just save the other 2 commands. The 1st sergeant. Sorry, not the 1st sergeant. The sergeant major. Sorry. Would gain 1. He's got 7, but I think he's in the same boat. Yeah, he can only save 6, so he's just going to do that. Okay, yeah, a bit boring, isn't it? But we're just cautious just now. Once another turn or so moves on, then we're going to have to do something. Right, general initiative. Well, I'd like to see a big number. We got a big number last turn, didn't we? So let's see if we can get another one of them. So it's unmodified small number 2. That's not bad, actually. It's going to leave me with... Well, I've no cover to seek. Yeah, I've no cover to really be interested in. It's really just these guys here. And ideally, I want to be able to unpin one of these and move one of these. Is there a better one to do? Not really. Sorry, it's a bit noisy there. Oh, a lot of bikes going by here. I had to eventually pause it. There was like loads of them going by. Right. Okay. So he's gonna, in general initiative, gonna try and unpin himself. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 2 general initiative commands. We're gonna use one of them to attempt to rally him. So he's line quality, so it's a 2-card draw. Looking for rally. Come on. Reshuffle card. So one more card. Yeah, I could have done with that, but so it probably means we're gonna just use the other one on the other guy to try and unpan him, I think. But I'm not gonna get him moving because I've only got one command left. Yeah, so I'm just shuffling the deck here. Or do we chuck more concentrate fire on the guy? No, I think if we can try and get one of these guys unpinned. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to use the last action to try and unpin that guy in the minefield. More shuffling, cut the deck, and hope for a rally, something near the top 2 cards. Well, one of the top 2 cards. Right, so 2-card draw because he's line. Here we go. No. And no. We're not getting that bit moving, are we? Right, that was a general initiative. Right, let's just scoot on because I'm noticing 47 minutes and I do need to take a break. Might get back for another bit, maybe. That shouldn't really be there. I think I was just using that. Well, they're PDF both ways, so. So enemy higher HQ event, that's where we're at. There is not one. Okay, so activity. So this time we have a pinned. Where's my? This time we have a pinned unit, haven't we? He's a full squad. So he just got pinned, didn't he? He's pinned undercover. He's got concentrate fire on him. So we're looking at the enemy lap pinned activity. He's not on the same cards as an opposing unit. He's pinned undercover. So that's it there. So he's rolling on a 4 because there's no leader with him. He gets 1. That's going to be no action, isn't it? So a 1 or a 2 would be no action, and it is no action. So kind of good. Didn't want him to lose. Well, yeah, no, I didn't want him to lose his pin because it means he's firing back with +0 rather than the +2 here. So that's on enemy that we had. Capture, retreat, no, none of that. Fire mission update, none of that. Potential contact valuation, none of that. Yeah, you're going to have to move a little bit, Grant. Pinned recovery, again, none of that. Because there's VOFs, these 3 are pinned, but there's VOFs on all the cards, so none of that. Combat effects. Right, do my guys first, as I do. There's just these 2 to deal with. So the section first, nothing for the rolling moor, +2 for the fire, so he's getting up. No, stop, Grant. Almost done it again. Let's get the mist involved. So the moon doesn't count because we're using night vision. The mist, however, does. So it's a +3 he's checking on. So +3. That's a bad card. There's a pin. No. Not the end of the world, but not good either. So pinned. Yeah, so he's pinned, and then this one is +3, but he's pinned at the same time, so he's getting a +4. It would be nice to get a miss on that. So a +4 is indeed a miss. Just was it +4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So he now is removing his pin marker, so we might be able to get him moving next turn. And then the other attack is here. So I'm going to move the mist up here now because it affects him as well. Nothing for that. He's under foxhole, so +1, +2 because he's pinned, +3 for the mist, -1 for the concentrate fire, and my small arms at 0. So +3 -1. So he's a +2, isn't he? +2 is a miss. Yeah, it's not what we wanted. See, you're gonna have to do something more than that, Grant. So he's removed his pin marker as well. Update ammo. No, there's none of that. I'll take that away now. So no ammo. Clean up. Exposed markers go away. Concentrate fire up there goes away. And that's it. I mean, the only thing we benefited from was this, but then this guy got pinned, so it's actually switched about now. So clean up, adjust VOF PDF, so now they are firing at us with small arms and we are firing at them with all pinned. So yeah, you're gonna have to, you can't just sit here, you need to do something. Okay, that is it though. So that's just moved on to turn 4 now. So yeah, you need to get your finger out, I think. I think you need to move a little bit anyway. So, well, the fact we've got this guy pinned now though, we're going to have to go through the procedure of unpinning him again. But we can do that whole communication thing again, get him unpinned, and then maybe, probably the best idea might be to move these guys into here and then move something into here so that it's firing on that, and then that gets us moving a little bit. Maybe something like that. And the fact, well, this assault team could make a move as well if we can give it an order up to there, but that's, yeah, how are you going to give it an order though, Grant? Wait till general initiative, that means he's sitting on the card on his own or something else. Yeah, okay. Right, I'll think about that. Right, I better get away for now. So this is part 3. Yeah, not terribly exciting up to now, but it's good. I'm enjoying it. Things are, I mean, this is obviously quite a, you know, a simple type of mission to get you into it, but you do have the nighttime stuff to keep you thinking, and yeah, it's good. Yeah, and I'm sure every time I've played this, I'm like looking at the turn track thinking, oh god, we're panicking here, but I mean, there's not there's not an awful lot to achieve, so it's fine. It'll be fine. The fact that I've got 2 platoons still back in the staging area and we're on turn 4. Yeah, okay. I think we do need to make a move, but right, I'll be back soon with part 4. Yeah, sometime soon. Okay, cheers.